Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So, we are starting our Gen 3 Glock 19 Guarder build today. You would have hopefully seen my previous episode on this. If you didn't, please go back and watch that because that shows what we're doing today. Basically, I've bought a load of parts to upgrade this to my perfect Glock 19. This obviously being the Glock 19 Gen 3. We're doing something a little bit different because we're going down a slightly different route with the slide and the frame. But first things first, we need to take this apart. Now, actually, I really am a bit gutted about taking this apart because this thing works so well. It's brand new and it just works beautifully. So much so, I'm on the lookout for another one of these. I'm going to get a brand new one because, wow, you know, why not? Anyway, so let's get the slide off. Now, to start off with, I think I'm going to do the slide, get that done, and then I'll do the frame. You don't have to do these in any particular order. I'm just really excited about the slide, so I really want to do the slide. So I'm going to do the slide. Right, let's put that over one side. So we want to get our recoil guide rod out. Now we do want to change that spring in there for the one that we get in here, which is for our steel slide. So let's have this out. Let's change that now before I lose track and I forget. Okay. Now you come with two springs in this packet. One is for the alloy slide, one is for the steel slide, and it actually shows on the packet the longer one is obviously for the steel slide. So we're going to put our alloy slide one back in. That is a stiff old spring for an alloy slide though, I must say. So that in there. And just to confirm I have got the right one, it is for the Glock 23. I thought it would say Gen 3 on it, but obviously not. But I think Tokyo Marui have only done the Gen 3 so far. But it does work for the KJ and WE as well. In fact, this actually says it's for KJ and WE. Oh dear, that could be a problem because this is a TM. This is where you didn't do your homework, wasn't it? Right. Let's have a look anyway. That is a long, beefy spring for this. Really, really long. So to take this apart, we have to pull this sort of spacer back. And then you can remove this part. It just literally unhooks. And then these come off. On here you've got two little spacers and this sort of stopper as well, which is a really cool idea. And there's our stock spring. That is really, really, really long. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this now. I'm starting to worry. Yeah, that does not fit in there very well. See, that drops in there lovely. This doesn't drop in there very well. Oh, guys, what have I done? I've made a boo-boo already. That is just, I mean, look at that. It's going to be way back there. That's way too much. Way too much. Right, we're sticking with the stock spring for now. It's going to run like rubbish, but I can fix that with some of my other springs soon. Hopefully. This blatantly goes on one way and I haven't even looked. Yes, it does. There's like a half moon cut out there, you idiot. That's what you get for not looking. All right. Okay, so that goes on first. They go on next. That goes on. They can go down there. And then that will only go on one way. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to stick with that. That is really weak for a steel slide, but again, I can change that with one of my other springs. It's a shame I haven't got the correct one for it, but again, that's me being stupid and not looking before I ordered stuff. You can tell I was way too excited about this Glock 19. But there you go, that's what happens. So we need to remove this outer barrel and hop unit now. Now to remove the outer barrel from here, we need to undo this screw. So let's get my screwdriver here. We'll undo this screw here. Okay, nice little screw there. Then that should, hopefully, I don't know how this is supposed to come off. No idea. I've never messed with one of these before. I don't know how they come apart, so you're just coming along for the ride with me. So, yeah. Enjoy the ride. How does this come apart? Ah, there we go. So that stopper is staying with that outer barrel because, yeah, I don't need that. So let's put that over there with that. Okay. So I need my little stopper. Take that out. Go over there. There we go, there's a little steel stopper. So we need to put it in, but I think I need to put it on here first and then slide the outer barrel on, maybe? I don't know. We'll have a look. Let's find out together. So I'm going to screw that in. And the reason why I'm changing that is that's steel, whereas the other one was aluminium or an alloy of some description. So let's get that lined up. Sorry, I know I'm doing this off camera, guys. There we go. That's it. That's what we want. Look at that. Beautiful. So you've got that motion there. Good. That's lovely. Okay, so that is the barrel done. That is staying the same. Next thing I need to do is take our hop unit out. Now, we do have on the inside of the plastic slide a metal insert here, which is for your stopper. So when when the slide locks back, that piece of metal just obviously catches. I don't think it is it metal? Yeah, it is metal. So, but that is screwed in to the slide. Our stainless steel slide obviously does not have that, and we don't need it, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh, that's quite tight for a bit of plastic. Now, this is the first time I've had a 19 or a TM19 apart, so no idea what to expect. So let's take our blowback unit out. I bet it's... Oh, I can already see problems. Okay, let's get this out. Out you come. So basically, you've got to bend the slide slightly. Oh, I say slightly, I feel like I'm going to break it. Yeah, you have to bend it slightly to unlock it. Oh, because it's sort of moulded around. There's our return spring. Our rear sight out, standard TM affair there. And we also want our ejector, because the ejector that's, well, we don't have one in the steel slide. So how does that come out? I bet it slides forwards. There we go, it slides forwards, look at that. So there's our basically empty slide. The only thing we need to take off now is our front sight, because we want to retain that. Because I'm weird and I like factory Glock sights, because like I said, I'm weird. All right, let's take that out. There we go. Get our front sight out, perfect. There we have our empty TM slide. Now, one thing I will say with this versus other TM slides, this has got a lot of bulk at the front here. They've really, really beefed this up. I think this is a piece of metal as well. I think it is. I don't think it's just, you know, a random, I think it's a piece of metal that has been bonded in place. I'll tell you what, let's do the scratch test. It is. Notice the shininess. That is a piece of alloy that looks like has been either pressed in or glued in to the slide. That, TM, is a great idea. If you're trying to make a plastic pistol last, that's how you do it. Well done. Right, let's reinstall our front sight onto our new slide anyway. That can go in there. Drop our screw in. Lovely, that's good. We need to install our ejector, which from what I saw, slides into position. Beautiful, just like that. Let's have a quick look at our blowback unit. Yeah, quite different to a normal Glock. I say a normal Glock, stuff I'm used to, Glock 17. You've got the one ear on one side. Let's have this nozzle out. That is a big piston. That's why we've got such strong blowback. That is sizable. What size is that? Wow, that is 15.5 millimeters. Now, I'm pretty sure that TM Gen 3 Glocks 17s, I'm sure they're 13.5. That is a hell of a lot larger. That is high capper size, pretty much. So that is fantastic. I'm assuming then that the Gen 5, because this model is only a little bit older than the new Gen 5, probably is running a similar size piston, which is probably why everyone raves about it. God, well done, TM. That is great. Now, these lugs on the side I thought were going to be a bit of a problem, which sort of you had to bend the frame around it, but there are grooves here, so I'm assuming they're going to slot in fine. Again, I'm assuming. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. That goes together so well. Really good. Look at that. Perfect. God, TM, you really know what you're doing, don't you? You're just showing off now. Just showing off. Right, so let's slide this blowback unit in. Hopefully it goes in without giving me any trouble. I'll be impressed if it does. Well, blow me down. I'm impressed. Looks like even Guarder are up in their game with these now. Right, so we can reinstall our rear sight. Put our screw back in. There we go. So that's our slide assembled. One thing I will say is that is hefty. I mean, I know we've got a big nozzle there, you know, and actually that's worryingly stiff. That's not good actually. What's going on? Yeah, you can see it's marking the edges there, right at the front. You can see we've got some marks there. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to file those off. You know, I would modify the slide, but let's be honest, this is a stainless steel slide, and I've got to go inside there. I've not got a hope of doing that, so I'm just going to do this on the blowback unit quickly, just giving us a bit more clearance. Right. So another nice thing with TM at the moment is that they've done the little plastic piece at the back, which is nice because the genuine Glocks have that made out of ABS. And all of the TMs, this was moulded metal usually. So Guarder did a version which had the plastic piece, but standard Guarder stuff, it didn't fit or work very well. So anyway, let's not moan too much. Let's get that in. How's that working? Oh, look at that, much better. Right, okay. So we need to reinstall that. So that's all it needed, just a bit of modification to that, just to give it that bit more clearance. So we'll reinstall our return spring. Slide that back in. That goes in a lot better now. Does it go in far enough though? It's a little bit tight. It felt like that was okay, but for some reason that's still too tight. Definitely looks like it's pinching these in still. I mean, it shouldn't be doing that. It just shouldn't. Oh, I can see why. Might have just ruined my return spring. Damn it. Hopefully that'll be okay. Right. I can't see anything else that would have been causing me any issues. So I think we should be fine. I think what's happened is that's just fallen out as I've been pushing this in. So let's just make sure we're extra careful this time. Fine, lovely, okay. I saved it, it's all right, don't worry. And we're back where we were a couple of minutes ago. There we go. Yeah, lovely, that's working fine. We can put our barrel in now. That looks good. And then we'll install our returns, our recoil spring. That actually fits in there really nice. So that's good, but that is going to be too soft for this, so I am going to have to upgrade that. But again, we're going to worry about that in a minute. But there is our completed upper. So there we go, guys. Upper complete. So that'll be the end of episode 1 for now. Like I say, I am going to sort this out. So I'm going to go for a slightly heavier return spring because that's not going to be enough. However, if I want to keep efficiency, I could use that, but it is going to struggle coming forwards. It's going to be very, very slow. So that's our upper completed. Next episode, we're going to be tackling our lower, transferring all the parts onto the lower. We'll get the pistol assembled, and then we'll go from there. So just to recap on what we've already done here, modifications required. We had to do slight filing on the inside of the blowback unit there, just to allow that to go in so it wasn't pinching in. Other than that, everything is transferred over beautifully, and that outer barrel just sits in that slide perfectly. Looks really good. We also inserted our TM extractor here as well. Right, guys, so anyway, I will see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, obviously fire away in the comments. Let me know what you think about the build so far. And I will see you guys in the next one.